Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Celine and today we're diving into some more Reddit reactions. We're going into some crazy wedding related stories, some wedding drama. We have some bridezillas, but we also have a crazy sister-in-law involved. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the craziest of them all? I think it's a sister-in-law. And let's get started. Are you ready? Okay. Bridezilla ruined our friendship of 20 plus years. Best friend of many years got engaged. Immediately asked me to be the bridesmaid. Was thrilled for about 0.2 seconds until she said, "Ha!
Now I get to make you dress girly."
Okay, so apparently you're not that kind of girl. Her list of requirements included dress heels. I had to grow my hair to at least bob length. I had to dye my hair. I had to get a tan, fake or sunbed. And I definitely had to use body makeup to cover all my tattoos. Oh my god. Not good enough. Apparently, I would ruin her photos with my short hair. Okay, so you have short hair. She asked you to grow it out to bob length. I guess it's short. Arguments started. Text and group chats bluntly telling me I was being stubborn and it's for one day and I should suck it up. Back and forth for a while, but around that time, my dad was diagnosed with a terminal illness. We mutually agreed my dad was my priority and I stepped down from bridesmaid to guest. She asked me what me and my girlfriend would be wearing. I replied that we had tailor-made suits from a wedding last year and that they would be perfect. She told me that she didn't want anyone staring at the two lesbians in suits and that everybody would be talking about us and taking away the attention from her. We're already there. People, I was gobsmacked. Girlfriend refused even to go. I told bride, unless she was telling all the guests what to wear, she could right off. Yeah, probably it's just you. I went to the wedding.
What? No way.
Didn't want to be an who didn't show up, to be honest. It went swimmingly. An absolutely grand affair with no expense spared. I left after the first dance to get home to my kid. Had been there for 8 hours at this point. Whoa, first dance is 8 hours in. And was told the next day that at the end of the party, the bride was sobbing that I left early and ruined her day. She also texted me to tell me the money I had gifted her was nowhere near the cost of hosting me. Okay, so you planning a wedding in the first place is to get the exact amount of money back you put in every guest. I don't think that's how it works. That's the point of hosting someone. So we don't talk anymore. She sounds like a terrible human. Good riddance, you don't need that drama in your life. OP says, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gutted. She was a very important person in my life and godmother to my kid. I guess appearances mattered more than me, though. So what can you do? Oh wow, you were really close. She fucked up in the first place, demanding you change your appearance. Nice one getting of her, OP. You don't need that nightmare in your life. Ridiculous bridezilla, asking you to change who you are for her big day. And when did it become a requirement that you gift pay for the cost of hosting you? This drives me crazy. If you want a ridiculously expensive blowout wedding party, that's on you, not your guests. What's next? Selling tickets to weddings? Exactly. They want to get the exact amount back that they spent and even make some profit out of it because get a gift, or else why do the wedding in the first place? Apparently. Yeah, they shouldn't be selling tickets. How am I meant to know the cost per head per person to make sure I cover the cost of myself? We have an update. I've been no contact with Bride basically since her wedding. A lot of mutual friends have stopped contact with me because of what Bride has been saying. Bride has the habit of changing the narrative of any story to make herself look like the good guy. Example, for her wedding I was an asshole for not agreeing to the bridesmaid rules, her dress code for me as a guest, not helping with planning more because I was choosing to spend all my time with my girlfriend. She conveniently leaves out the fact that my dad was terminally ill, then died during this time, leaving me with no parents, an autistic son who lost his bestest buddy in the world. Guess that was my priority. So I've been bombed out from friends' engagements, hen parties, baby showers, etc. for the past year. Heard that they chose to believe whatever she says, but again, lesson learned from me. So why is nobody asking for your opinion? It's a bit strange, right? If they're really friends, I would ask like, hey, what happened here? It doesn't seem like you did the right thing. Maybe there's another side of the story. There are always two sides of the story, but apparently nobody bothered to ask you. But strange. So here's the update. Last weekend, my girlfriend proposed. Oh God, we were so thrilled. Immediately phoned the fam and close friends and then officially changed our Facebook's relationship status to engage. So what has the bride from previous posts got to do with this? She texted mutual friends and claimed that I obviously blocked her from seeing our engagement post, but she was so hurt that I would go out of my way to do that to her. I took a screenshot of her like on our engagement post and sent it to all our mutual friends in the group chat and said, oh no, she's telling you lies again. It's almost like someone else being the center of attention annoys her, isn't it? I left it at that because I ain't wasting more headspace than I already have on someone who squeezes the joy out of my life. Bride will not be invited to any weddings related things. We are going off to Vegas with our families and having an absolute blast. P.S. We're gonna wear suits. I want to know what they said in the group chat. Oh, they responded with, what the actual why would she say she could not see the post when she physically liked the post? I replied, best ask her, I suppose. Just wanted to let you guys know that she was lying to you all. Then bowed out the group chat. Lost my friend because I couldn't afford her wedding. And now karma's coming around. Don't want to bore anyone with the details, but my husband and I went through financial hardship out of nowhere while I was a bridesmaid of a friend's wedding a few months ago. As we were going through this hardship, the bride wanted a few $100s for bridal events on short notice, and my husband and I had rent to pay. We couldn't pay both on such a short notice. Obviously, we chose our rent. I tried to explain this to her, she didn't understand, got mad, and she demoted me to a guest over it, claiming I was a horrible friend and should have budgeted. Keep in mind we have children and I'm a stay-at-home mom. Trust me, we budget. And we haven't spoken since. I couldn't believe such a good friend of mine could be so cold-hearted. But thankfully, happy to say our financial situation is starting to get better. Good for you. I recently found out her and her about-to-be husband just got laid off at the same time because they both missed so many days at work and kept calling off and were pretty much not doing their job. They are in a ton of debt too, and we're about to buy a house. I know she's a bridesmaid in a few weddings as well right now. Maybe she can feel how I had to feel for a little bit. I never wished anything bad for her despite everything, but wow. Funny how karma comes around. Wow, this is the exact same situation happening to her. I wonder if she realizes. Did she texted you or said sorry? Like, sorry, I didn't realize how hard this was. But if you don't, in the first place,
I'm sorry, you're stupid.
you're just mean. Just mean. Just mean. Bridezilla tried ripping off Bridesmaids. Several years ago, a friend of mine asked me to be a bridesmaid in her wedding. There were 6 of us, plus the maid of honor, so 7 in total. The bride had picked out her dress already, one for the maid of honor and one for the bridesmaids. The dress itself was lovely but a bit expensive, at $400 each, since 2 of us were still in college and the rest had recently graduated and was one of the 2 still in college, so money was super tight. Anyhow, the bride asked the maid of honor to coordinate with all of us for fittings and such as one of her duties. The maid of honor decided she would pay for all of the dresses on her credit card because she wanted the air miles and we would pay her back directly. None of us minded, especially since she was going to let us pay her back in installments if we needed. I definitely needed this. Okay. Seems like a good deal. I wasn't able to go with everyone to pick up the dresses because finals week and planned to go by myself the following weekend. No big deal. The maid of honor said she would pay for mine on the group trip, but to call her if there were any issues with the dress itself and she would handle it. I get there and the dress fits perfectly. The shop owner scoots off while I'm changing back into my street clothes since she has another client coming in but confirms we're all set. As I'm walking out the door, another person working there yells out, "Hey, that will be $200." I was stunned and totally mortified. I apologized and explained how the maid of honor had paid for it in the weekend before. The shop owner comes running over to defuse the situation and confirmed that the dress was paid off already. I turned to walk out and suddenly realized she said $200 and not $400. The dress is not $400, it's $200. Oh my god. No way. Long story short, the dress was only $200. When I confronted the maid of honor about this, she spilled the beans. Apparently, the bride and maid of honor plotted together to charge us double to help pay for the bride's dresses.
No.
I let the rest of the bridesmaids know, and 4 of us dropped out of the wedding immediately. Wow, wow, wow. I cannot. That is insane. You cannot be like that. Both of them thought this was a good idea. Like both, 2 people, not 1, 2. Holy that took some balls. Oh, whoa, that goes beyond Bridezilla and straight into theft. Unreal. Exactly. That's not even Bridezilla. That's just stealing. Only 4 of you dropped out. The 2 who forgave her are better people than I am. I hope the 4 never paid the maid of honor back for the dress. Wait, there were more? How many were there in total? 6 of us.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, you're right. 2 just accepted this?
No.
No way. No way. Who uses their friends as an ATM to help pay for their wedding dress? I get pretty disgusted that people try to use their wedding to cash in at all. It's so disturbing. In this era, almost everyone lives together and has stuff they need to start a life. That's where the tradition of gift giving came from, but this, not even on the spectrum. That's the whole point of giving gifts at a wedding. Wow. Insane. Let's do one more. My future sister-in-law is the reason I'm canceling my wedding and instead doing a destination wedding. I am using a fake account because several of my in-laws are aware of my other account. I would be scared to post something as well, like you don't know who's reading. So I am female 31. My husband now is male 30 and my sister-in-law is female 19. My husband does not have the best relationship with his sister due to his parents favoring her. A little background, my husband's parents were having marital issues and heading for a divorce around the time my husband's sister was conceived. When they found out that they were pregnant, they decided to seek counseling and get help. In the end, they resolved their problems and their relationship became stronger. They viewed their daughter as the reason they were able to save their marriage. Oh no. The entitlement comes from when she was born in the first place. She is spoiled. Oh, there we go. Yes, you see, she is spoiled. Some examples. They got a car for her birthday she totaled in 4 days. She borrowed her mom's car after and had it totaled too.
Tina, for the love of God, turn away or stop! The brakes, Tina, on the left, you're about to hit that car, the brakes, hit the brakes!
Due to her reckless driving, their insurance company will not allow her to be insured under her parents. We were dating at the time when his mother-in-law asked my husband if he could please put her on his insurance and she would pay. My husband at the time was buying a new car and didn't want to deal with the situation and told his mother no. He already knows it's gonna go wrong. Another example was we got on tickets to see Taylor Swift in Europe for a vacation alone. His sister found out and demanded that she go instead of me. His father called and demanded that we change our plans and he takes his sister. My husband said he could not do that because he didn't pay for the vacation or the tickets. My parents did. We were harassed for a month for this. Still, even if you made it clear that your parents paid for this, they were still demanding?
It's crazy.
Finally, 3 months after we were engaged, we visited his parents. At the time, his sister had a friend living with her and her parents, female 17. This friend developed a crush on my husband. Oh no. He was extremely uncomfortable with the girl's attention towards him. His sister wanted them to date and asked his parents to talk to him about it. He refused and said he was engaged and said he was not interested in teen girls. There's more reasons not to be interested, legal reasons. Now to the wedding. My in-laws are only attending if I make my sister-in-law a bridesmaid. Oh, like, there's no chill here. I agree to keep the peace and gave it to her as an honorary role and don't expect her to be involved as much as my other bridesmaids. Okay, so you just gave it to her so everybody's just quiet. The problem started immediately. First, she was flirting with another bridesmaid's boyfriend and sending him inappropriate texts. We don't know how she got the number. She refused to walk with her cousin, who is a groomsman, and tried to get her parents involved to switch to walk next to the best man and bump my maid of honor. Her reason was because she couldn't hook up with her cousin. The best man is currently in a long-term relationship with the maid of honor and they are how we met. The final straw was with what she did to my maid of honor. My maid of honor is a cousin and my best friend. My maid of honor is the same age as me. We were born 3 months apart to the day. We get mistaken as sister or sometimes Our extended families mix us up. Our moms are sisters. I'm protective of my maid of honor and the godmother to her children. My maid of honor is hard of hearing and has to wear hearing aids due to an infection she had as a child. My maid of honor sometimes talks loud because she can't hear and judge her own volume. She doesn't have any accent. She had to do speech therapy for years and had to attend a school for children with hearing disabilities until middle school. My sister-in-law has been teasing my maid of honor non-stop, oh god, yelling and saying I just wanted to make sure she heard me. She made reference to my godchildren being born out of wedlock and said her boyfriend, the best man and the father of her children, will come to his senses and find a tie to woman.
You are a rude, terrible person.
My maid of honor has been quiet about it all because she doesn't want to cause problems for me or my in-laws. I found out because my other bridesmaids told me after the bridal shower. She has no shame. At the bridal shower, my husband and myself both were aware and gave our blessing to have his best man to propose to my cousin, the maid of honor. It happened and everyone was excited except for my sister-in-law. The final straw when my maid of honor was heading back to the table. She took out her hearing aids because the music was causing her a headache. The hearing aids were in a glass of water. With my sister-in-law laughing, I was done. I removed her from the wedding party and disinvited her from the wedding unless she's in therapy. Your sister-in-law just put them in the glass of water and ruined them, broke them. This is what happens when your parents are not putting you in your place when you need to be. This is the behavior that will evolve from this. My in-laws were blowing up our phones, saying that their daughter was only joking around and that is her sense of humor and my maid of honor can't take a joke. They said if she cannot come to the wedding, they will not come.
Please don't.
My husband's family is on our side. Apparently, we have been flooded with phone calls and messages of support of his family. The reason why, because they also have stories of how badly my sister-in-law has been acting towards them. My husband already said that my family is his, and anyone who mistreats anyone I care about is not his people. We have decided, with the help of our wedding planner, to do a destination wedding, pushing the wedding date back 6 months in Hawaii. We got most of our deposits back, families helping with the rest. My husband has called his parents and told them they are not invited and his sister will not be invited. They are livid and have started going on social media to tell their side of the story. Are they 12? They claim that their daughter was just making jokes and pranks. Oh, some small updates. We are no contact with my husband's parents or sister. They came crying to my husband's aunt. Apparently, their insurance company found out they were letting their daughter drive their cars. Even though they were warned she would not be insured under their policy and the insurance company dropped them. They are officially dumb. We don't know if sister-in-law got into another accident or someone reported this to the insurance company. However, they were sobbing to my husband's aunt. They are struggling to find an insurance policy they can afford.
Blah, 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 blah.
My husband's aunt was tired of hearing the sob stories. Exactly, at this point we're all tired. And brought up the bridal shower incident and how her own daughter has been bullied by sister-in-law. She was embarrassed for her nephew, my husband. My mother-in-law, father-in-law said that sister-in-law confessed she was jealous of my maid of honor's relationship with the best man. That's why she wanted to walk with the best man, so she can steal him from maid of honor. She apparently had a long crush on him and was upset that he was getting engaged to maid of honor. Ah, that's where it's coming from. Okay. There we go. There we are.
Bitch!
Mother-in-law, father-in-law tried to excuse this behavior as a teenage girl acting out. My husband's aunt was having none of it and told them they ruined their daughter and probably ruined their relationship with my husband and any future with us. Exactly. My husband's aunt asked them to leave and said she hoped they get everything they deserve for how they treat their children. She was not going to help them with the insurance problems. Now for sister-in-law, she still lives with my in-laws. She lost her job, nobody knows why, and frankly, I don't care to know. She's not in college due to poor grades and lack of direction. She blames me for her family not talking to her and being kicked out of the wedding party, and I'm proud I did, so she can blame me as much as she likes. As for our wedding celebration, we are doing a small ceremony on the beach, and any family that wishes to come can book a hotel on the main island. We are not going to give the location of the wedding or with the reception until the day of the wedding or the wedding party, and we will hire security. We'll update you when it happens or anything else happens. Updates. We are married. Yay! It was a beautiful wedding and a peaceful celebration. My in-laws were not there, nor my sister-in-law. The reason is my sister-in-law is in jail.
my God, I can't believe it.
Why am I surprised? Apparently, she was stalking her ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend and harassing her. Oh my god, it came to a head last month where she purposely crashed her father's car into her ex-boyfriend's current girlfriend's parked car. She also made a video showing what she was doing and shared it to her family and friends. I don't know what she is. Is she dumb, stupid, crazy, everything from the above? Well, it was used for an evidence in the trial. My husband's parents are emotionally and financially drained. They did this to themselves. They had a failed GoFundMe for their daughter legal expenses. The audacity. And it caused the entire family to cut them off. And the good news, I am pregnant with twins. Oh my god. I found out a week before the wedding and I asked my cousin to be the godmother for my twins and she accepted. This was a crazy one. And the long one. Dear Lord. Oh, she is more than a brat. She is a sociopath. Yeah, indeed. This is not being dumb, crazy, or just your parents. This is like... Your sister-in-law is a brat who is indulged by your in-laws and she's going to make a mess with the wrong one someday and get an swooping, land in jail. She already did. Or who knows what, but she'll have to answer for her actions and they won't be able to bail their little baby out of with their pathetic excuses. And quite honestly, it can't happen soon enough. And I feel sorry that you will be related to them, but at least your husband has your back in all of this and stands by you and your family. Oh, and this one they didn't know she was already in jail. Lol. That's enough wedding drama for a day. If you want to see more Reddit drama, we have more. I hope you enjoyed the judging with me and hope to see you next time. Bye.